be here for the Mason Cup Championship game in the CCHA. And I'd really like to thank my staff as we begin. Perry does a remarkable job. Byron stepping in for Dean early in the fall, and taking care of the business side of things, and certainly Marco has done a phenomenal job with our officiating, especially working with the Big Ten and the NCHC to have an outstanding pool of officials. So, you know, as the commissioner, you're kind of the face of the league in some cases, but really the hard work's done by my staff behind the scenes, and I'm just really appreciative of them. We have had a great year. With that, I want to acknowledge Kevin Beisman, who was named AD of the Year by the NACDA. He's done an outstanding job here at Minnesota State Mankato, and also a special acknowledgement to head coach Bob Daniels, who's retiring at Ferris State after an outstanding career. Not only he ran a great program at Ferris State, but he was just one of the great people in college hockey, and he's going to be missed in our coaching fraternity. He's going to certainly be missed in the CCHA as well. As we've seen in the NCAA, there's a lot of changes going on. It's going to be interesting with the House settlement as we move forward the next couple of years to see the ramifications in college hockey. We have our last year of our COVID fifth year of eligibility coming to a close this year. We're having national image and likeness is being phased in, the impact that will have on college hockey. And I think really, in some ways, especially for the CCHA, the change in eligibility rules for the Canadian Hockey League players in the future, how that's going to impact recruiting across college hockey and certainly in our league. We have had an outstanding season within the league. I want to acknowledge Alex Tracy, who's up for the Richter Award, and Hobie Baker finalist, and an outstanding player within our league as the Player of the Year. You know, Minnesota State winning a McNaughton Cup. As Luke said earlier, it's almost become a permanent resident here in the city of Mankato. I know it was difficult for them to let it go up in Bemidji a year ago, but those are some of the things that drive teams when they come back for that next year. Both Bowling Green and Augustana made great strides this year. Augustana, in their second year, finished second in the league. Looking forward to them being a part of the CCHA next year, and even though they were full-time, but with a full schedule. Dennis Williams did a great job at Bowling Green and elevating their program to home ice. So as we expected, another really, really competitive league. Obviously, St. Thomas is playing tomorrow night is a testament to Rico, his staff, his team, and how they've built their program over the previous 4 years to where they are today. A new arena is going to be coming on board next fall, which will be great for their program, certainly great for our league next year. But again, hats off to Rico and the staff, and really the commitment from the University of St. Thomas. I think this is the vision they had. I think they expected to be here in this game when the season began. And I'm really looking forward to a terrific game tomorrow. I really do believe we have our two best teams in the league playing, and that's as it should be. Really looking forward to, a year from now, this game would even be magnified when St. Thomas is eligible for the NCAA tournament. Happy to hear that it looks like they're getting a year shaved off, so next year they will be eligible for the NCAAs. So we're just looking for a terrific game tomorrow. This has been a great environment at Minnesota State over the years for our championship game. This will be 3 and 4 years, and if tomorrow is anything like the previous two, it's going to be a barn burner, and don't be surprised if there's bonus time in the game tomorrow night. So just looking forward to it. 2 outstanding programs, 2 outstanding teams, coaches. That's the way you want it in the championship game for the Mason Cup. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions for Don? If you have a question on the Zoom, please raise your hand, and I'll allow you to open up your mic on there.
Don, quick question for you. You've been in a lot of buildings, a lot of championship games over the years. In your mind, the CCHA championship, what do you expect in terms of atmosphere in the building tomorrow night?
Well, we've been fortunate. We've had 3 on-campus sites, and I really like the way our playoffs are right now. First round, best of 3. semifinals Saturday where we split the times, one's at 4, one's at 7, give our fans a chance to watch both games, and those games have been sellouts. You know, Minnesota State, the previous two times have been sold out. Bemidji State was sold out a year ago. The atmospheres were great. The attendance, visiting fans, home fans, and I think that type of atmosphere helps prepare you for the next week when you get in the NCAA tournament, when you get in these one-and-done formats. And I understand that this year is a little bit unique because Minnesota State has already qualified for the NCAA tournament, but you're still playing for a trophy. There's the Mason Cup over there. It's a terrific trophy. It means a lot. Anytime you can hang a banner, whether it's regular season or postseason, it means a lot for your program. And that's why I think you'll see both teams play terrific. We're excited to have Ben Holden and Pat Micheletti doing the games here this weekend from a more of a national perspective. And I think going back to that first year with Bemidji State and Minnesota State, we've tried to make this game have more of a neutral feel with announcers being brought in, with highlight videotapes for the visiting team, in this case for St. Thomas, goal songs for them, because this is supposed to be somewhat of a neutral site game, not just a home, quasi-home game, even though majority of the fans will be from Minnesota State. But we want to have that, you know, visiting team that's coming in the championship game to feel like it is a little bit more neutral than what they'd see during the regular season. So it's gone well. We're excited about that, and I'm looking forward to the atmosphere here tomorrow in Mankato, because it'll be special. That's what we've seen the previous 3 years. It'll be a great environment for both teams to be a part of.
Questions for Don? Don, about, you know, thoughts on your first year with Midco Sports Plus.
Midco it was terrific. They've been a great partner. We have a couple more years to work with them. You know, with Mark Paul and Midco, they've done everything we've asked of them. They're excited to be a part of this. They want to continue to work into the college hockey. We were their kind of first partner with it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're looking to add to their inventory, but it's been a win-win I think for everybody, and we couldn't be more excited and happy with our relationship right now we have with Midco and Midco Plus.
You know, you make an effort to go to every arena around the league throughout the year. What are some of the best matchups you've seen in this league as the CCHA continues to grow and get better?
Well, I think you start to see some of the rivalries develop. I mean, I think we have a good one kind of brewing here between Minnesota State and St. Thomas. They've been really close games over the years, and I'm sure Rico and some of the older players can think back to that first year when they were here playing in the quarterfinals and played them very, very well, especially that second night, maybe a controversial hook. I think Rico probably still would like to have that one called and maybe change the outcome of the game, but that's what you want to have. I mean, when you have teams that are 70, 80 miles apart, that adds to the rivalry a little bit. But yeah, I go around the league. You know, I get a chance. I always try to get to the Northern Tech home and home because that's such a big rivalry up there, and the buildings are full. But I think what I've enjoyed is continue to see is the commitment all the different institutions have for their hockey program. It is the main sport on their campus in many ways, and you know we're the sport where teams legitimately can say, yeah, we're playing not only for our league championship but to get to the NCAA tournament and into a Frozen Four. That's not easy to do, and especially if you're a Division I school and at certainly the basketball level. But you can do that and have your dream to, hey, we can win a national title with the schools in our league, and that's ultimately the goal.